Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on Forza Horizon 4 driving a very special vehicle. We've got the Morris Marina Traveller, but this is not any normal Morris. Not only does it have a near 700 horsepower turbo rally engine in it, it is perhaps one of the greatest jelly cars I have ever built. It actually holds the new official record for lowest speed unassisted roll at 10 miles an hour, beating the Lancia Delta S4. And well, yeah, everyone's fallen over at turn 1 and I've been pushed very wide. Everyone's fallen over at turn 1 basically. The camera is actually freaks out so much with the suspension travel. The camera has a really tough time following it. Impega's had a really big crash in front of me. I don't know where you're going to spin out of control. Nope, I'm gone. I was trying to go for as long as I could. We've eventually given up and we are now stuck on our side. It is the most savage roll car. I don't quite know why it is. I don't quite know why this is. I mean, the normal Morris is pretty good as a jelly car. We used it as one when Horizon 4 first came out. The 2CV is pretty damn good as a jelly car. Nothing has beaten this for its sheer ability to fall over constantly. And it's kind of made worse by the suddenly alarming. I'm so glad you kind of reset, despawned, whatever you want to call it there, because that could have been very sketchy. I mean, we're doing 140 miles an hour before we get down towards this first corner, and there is a real panic and grab the brakes moment. You can't turn in too much, because if you do, you're going to fall over. We are 13 seconds down on the leader, who so far I don't think has managed to fall over. The chances of that staying for the remainder of this race are pretty slim, although might be doable with a little bit of caution. I was hoping I could be one of those to get away with it. Oh god, so the car just dances across the road when you get on the brakes or something. Does not take much at all to upset the vehicle. You've got to do little steering movements. Ninetales fell over. I spot a potential for second place here. Please don't come out of ghost mode at a walking point. There's the leader! The leader fell over! It's going to be a three-car battle up at the front. Oh, sketchiness is going on. We're too wide at 130 in Morrises that fall over constantly. Now, they are on race tyres. They've got race brakes and the like, which will make them nicer to drive. Oh, good save. Good save. I mean, it's kind of the ultimate point and squirt sort of a vehicle. That's gone. That's gone big time. I don't know where it's going to end up. It went big time. That will be a nice lead for me. Let's take things carefully now because it just fell over again. So third has dropped a fair way back from here. If we just don't fall over for the remainder of the race, that would be lovely. No falling over for the remainder of the race. There's actually like a big group of cars quite close to one another further back. Right, let's not get tangled up. And don't get tangled up with back markers having a fall over on their own. Wheelies! Oh god, we're going to fall over in a straight line. That's not normal. Oh, we're done. We're done. Big issue in the braking zone. Thank you for the fairly quick reset at least. Oh no, I'm falling to second. No, I have fallen to second. Ninetales is the leader now. For a second I was wondering why that was still showing second win ahead of me. We got carried away under braking into turn 1. It's not what you want. Right, through the high-speed chicane we traverse. Now this is the tricky bit down here. Now do you go full aggression trying to catch? I mean, seconds you've not got much to lose, although me as a leader managed to fall over. Oh, say second you've not got much to lose. We're going to lose second. Typical. Oh, nice save for Impega. We're going to dive underneath though. We're going to race. This is proper wheel-to-wheel racing, proper cutbacks and everything. We're driving jelly cars. We're struggling to keep them on upright, and yet we can still trade places like a normal race. Somehow. It's this braking zone. Whoa, I was going to be a little bit earlier on the brakes, but I guess I helped slow down Impega's car in that one. Second gear, I'm very much in trouble there. Okay, I actually got away through that corner quite nicely. Ninetales is leading, and I think a little too far gone. Barring a helpful fall over, I don't think I can catch, particularly back here. We talking and twisting going on with this car. It's ridiculous. I think Ninetales has had all of the wheels on the ground at all this entire lap. I mean, it's one way to drive. I guess. Oh. That nearly fell over. I nearly fell over. Nearly fell over again. I don't think I can catch unless they fall over at this final corner. which someone has. It isn't Ninetales. Ninetales is going to win. I'm going to take second. We lapped up to about 8th. They are the most fully over vehicle in existence. Begar, I guess, fell over on the final lap and dropped back a little bit. Oh, I mean, we had, for a bit of a lap, a really, really bloody close race in that, which is unusual and everything for this sort of vehicle. Yeah, they're not easy to drive at all. They're not easy to drive at all. Fastest laps are very close. Fastest laps are very close. One too many mistakes for me. Only 4 of us finished. That says a lot about the cars. So we move to the Fortunes landing circuit next with the rolliest cars in existence and a big old lightning storm. This a kind of different sort of circuit here. We've got a little bit faster corners, which I think are more dangerous. The fast corners are quite dangerous in these. Like slow corners, you can kind of limp your way around and then use all-wheel drive traction to launch yourself out the other side. That's one car down before we get to the start line. That was actually falling over before we got past the start gate there. There are some very good saves. My Elgato's turned off and I have no idea where I am. Elgato, please come back, signal. I don't know where I am anymore. How the hell am I still going? I don't know what that... Oh, no, I've been murderized. I have been brutally murderized through no fault of my own. We have had capture problems and then stabbed by an out of control Morris. Well, that's not what we wanted to have happen. Although we still might get up into a top... Well, we might get a podium still, potentially. Oh, up onto 2 wheels we go. That's fine. The iridescent car ahead of us has fallen over. Now, carefully. Oh, these hills are nasty. These hills are very, very nasty indeed. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's a good move from the Red Dead car there. Oh, that's car down up ahead of us as the advertising hoardings go flying. Can I go for an overtake? No. No! I'm going to return the favour! I hope I killed you. I didn't. That's disappointing. Damn it. I was going for bravery. And bravery didn't work. These things actually really... Like, the reset with these is really weird. Like, you see a lot of people just sort of sat ghosted as they get reset. That's not them not paying attention. That is just the game just doesn't seem to want to release these cars for a second. I know it's probably a little bit wary about what the hell are we doing to its physics engine, having a cry and saying, please help me and everything. However, it's a little inconsiderate in the middle of the race, if I'm honest. Oh, there goes another car. That's another one over at... Are we at the final corner yet? Is it almost over? I don't know. Oh! It's just the slow speed nature of some of these as well. It's like you think you've got it back under control. You think everything's going okay. I'm back up to 5th again. And then it's very, very quickly not. It's very, very quickly not. Oh, no. Wool, please save me, Wool. Thank you, Wool. That's very... I'm greatly appreciative of you there. I mean, cheating maybe a little bit, but... Sometimes you just need to throw the car at the wall to stop it from falling over. I mean, there are only a few walls. Third place has tumbled out of it, off into the bog. That's actually a surprisingly large amount of distance managed to cover on its side there. I can't believe we're up to a podium. I think the leader's long gone. Oh, Kleska's fallen over as well over a crest. These things are, I mean, we are, oh, I'm gone as well. We are pretty experienced with driving silly cars here at FailRace, let's be honest. I'm pretty experienced at driving jelly cars. Even driving jelly cars fast. Hell, we've had some pretty damn good races with jelly cars in a weird roundabout way. These are like nothing I've ever driven before in Forza games. Like, they're so tame. Like, the Forza Motorsport 4 cars, the original jelly cars, are so tame in comparison to this. This is just... It's the most brutal roll I think I've ever come across from a car, in that you have no time near enough to catch it. You may, depending on where you go over, depending on what corner it is, you may get a second or so. But most of them, I mean, you'll see a lot of us, we are actually preemptively counter-steering, knowing that the car's going to be on 2 wheels. You can't really react to it being on 2 wheels, because if it's on 2 wheels, it's gone over, it's too late by then. I think I'm going to want to be slower through this. It's almost like be slow into the corners is way better. Oh! Because otherwise that happens. Always don't try and carry too much corner speed. Slow into the corners. Oh, then you can put your foot down afterwards. Ninetales fell over as well. This is a battle for second place, so Pega's gone at the front again. So we're not catching that. To be fair, the fact that my Elgato turned off and I got immediately rolled afterwards and now I'm fighting for second is a surprise to me. The leader, unless there is a couple of big mistakes, we probably can't catch. Really, this is a case of don't make any mistakes. And honestly, you know, a little bit slower and no mistakes is of course going to be the way to go. But when you've got cars around you, you're always going to probably push it that little bit harder. Oh, we're both on two wheels, bouncing our way down of that. Please, please, please slow down, car. This is dodgy as anything. Oh, we're good. Again, we're good across there. We'll pick up a little bit of a wheelie going on. I just see the headlights glowing in the rear panels of this. That still carefully does it. We are 18.5 seconds down on the leader. That is not going to be much we could... Oh, god damn it. Really? We're going to go over at that corner? That I was even being careful with the car. Damn it. saw the car ahead on two wheels around this final corner. I don't think it fell over, though, disappointingly. Yeah, I'm going to have a tough time. It's not even something like you can get away with... like short shifting, like none of that's going to help you because it's all about the steering. At 10 miles an hour, as I said, this thing will fall over. And there is immense amount of power, yes, and that does make it tougher in many ways, just because of the sheer speed. Oh, that is probably the most I've been on my side and got away with it. I think the leader might have fallen over because, well, we are within 20 seconds of them. But, oh, Ninetales got a big wobble. Oh, Ninetales got a big wobble in the fence. I got a big wobble. You can see the cars as they wobble from such low speeds. See the cars wobbling from such low speeds. Oh, there's a lap down car. It's the first of the first car we come to. We will gradually get better with these cars, honestly, but I don't know if there's any amount of practice will ever make you amazingly proficient with the art of jelly carring. I counter-steer. Oh, no! I have had this car roll... Come on, Kia, land it. No, not quite. I had this car roll in such a way where you kind of fall over at high speed, ping back onto your wheels and just carry on no problem. It is possible to happen, but such a flat side, it tends to get caught, which is a little bit of a shame. Just a slightly bit more curved body, and you could actually conceivably fall over and land back on your wheels to carry on no problem. Unfortunately, that is not the case here. I was steering out of it, and I thought I'd steered out of it enough and was trying to get ready for the corner, and I didn't quite manage that one. It looks like maybe three of us are going to finish. It's down to whether I can get to the finish line without falling over again. It was a terrible final lap. I had an opportunity almost to fight. I fought for second for a while. It was a terrible final lap. We will cross the finish line. We were going over, but the AI driver ending bit saves it from falling over. 3, we're getting worse. Well, better depending on which way you want to look at it. Our record for the lowest number of finishes in a race is like 2 in a versus the community with SUVs and Maple Valley. We are starting to go that way quite well with these. Our final circuit with these mad out-of-control vehicles is quite a nasty one here, the Moorland Super Circuit. Lots of different corners, some nasty elevation changes for these cars to have to deal with as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and not roll more times than I have to. Like, that's minimal amount of rolling. If I can go an entire race without not rolling over, that would be a miracle. Yeah, we haven't rolled before the start line this time, which is something. Oh, Cooper's going to fall over on the brakes. Oh, that was amazing. That didn't send me over with the tap, to be honest. Collisions between cars can do horrible things to the Morrissey? I don't know. But, yeah, start bopping between them is very easy at incredibly low speeds for it to fire you over. Now, I'm hoping that maybe with these slower corners we might be able to get away with... Whoa, you want to have a look at the inside, go for it. I'm not being that brave. I think we're kind of all here got a little bit more cautious. Oh, and synchronized crashing. Almost identical crashes. Oops! Second and third went over in the laziest. That's quite an impressive... Like, there was at no speed. They both did exactly the same thing, trying to get the power out of that corner. Oh, I'm going to steer my car onto the grass. Oh, no, don't go the wrong side of the barrier, though. See Daisy. Sorry, I hope I'm not in anybody's way there trying to recover. Christ, that was a big crash for the Red Dead car. I spun it, I didn't roll it, so that's something at least. Woo, slow down. Oh! no. Panic and go on the grass. If in doubt, panic and go on the grass is actually quite a viable tactic. There's less grip on the grass. These rolls that we are doing with the vehicle is caused by excessive grip. And I know it's weird. What makes a jelly car work is very, very large amounts of grip. These are essentially grip rolls. So they go up on their side by having extreme amounts of positive camber. They go up on their side. When they're on their side, there's a lot of grip. First and second have murdered each other into the wall. But yeah, they go on their side, excessive grip, and they fall over. My Elgato has gone off again. I don't know where my car is. Oh, come on, Elgato, stop doing this. Please don't have broken the recording either. How the hell did I make a corner blind again? I am apparently doing quite well at driving blind. I think I might need a new Elgato at the rate it's going. So yeah, I'm going to kind of put a wheel on the grass in places. Oh, second's fallen over, because that stops the grip roll from occurring. And other things like high centre of mass, for example, help with the falling over. The reason why we're running this in the rain, for whatever reason, there is a Forza Force, as we call it, that stops cars rolling in the dry. They'll go up onto their side, but they won't go for a complete roll. I don't know why that is the case, but in the wet, the vehicles have more than enough grip still to go on their side, and the Forza Force doesn't pull them back down again. I want to be brave, and I want to try and make up time to catch the lead, and the problem is, it's so tempting to try and, actually run a race. If you really want to try and run your own race, I'm going to throw that into the wall. That's probably for the best. Oh, it didn't come back down how I hoped it would. I would have been better off. I don't actually know what I could have done there, because once we started bouncing under brakes, it was very difficult to slow down, and Pega's going to fall over in a very slow manner. Again, really glad these cars are getting reset when they're directly parked in front of me. Unfortunately, while I've been vaguely around the top 3 for most of these, I've never really been... I guess the first race I had my chance to run away and I blew it when I fell over into the first corner. I've never really been able to sort of fully run clear. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's fine. I think we've just got to run our own race for the next couple of laps. Our best bet is to hope that Ninetales falls over on their own. Because otherwise, I don't think, realistically I can't make up 8 seconds in 2 laps. I'm not going to be 4 seconds a lap faster, even with bravery. While I'd like to be, you can make up a little bit of time a lap through perhaps bravery, because the leader is going to be taking it easy. There's no need for any risk to be taken when you are that far ahead, but when not... Very difficult to know where that limit is and when you're driving normally and when you are actually taking risk in these cars sometimes. It is not a straightforward line in a jelly car. Try and be slow through there. Yeah, okay, so we gained a little bit of time. We'll probably lose it again elsewhere. We're going to try... I want to drive it as hard as I dare, but I just don't want to fall over again. I think maybe I'm braking too late in some of these. The brakes are good on this, and while you can brake late, the problem is when you do that, you unsettle it so badly that I don't really want to. Third is not that far behind me. And this is the slightly difficult situation I'm in now, is that, of course, I want to chase, but I don't want to fall over. If I go too easy, though, third will... Oh, third has changed hands. Okay, they're still fairly close, though. There's a battle going on for third. I'm going to run around on the grass slightly cheekily, but there is a downside to doing that, is where it goes from grass to tarmac, you suddenly get grip. That's actually quite dangerous, the sudden transition from grass to tarmac. We have caught Ninetales. As I said, this was always likely to be the way. Oh god, don't do this. The game's throwing up all the technical difficulties while trying to drive a jelly car. And not jelly car related. I mean, the technical difficulties driving a jelly car. There are technical difficulties game console everything wise, apparently. Now the battery should last until the end of the race. That should be the case. Yeah, we've made up a little bit. So I've made a couple of seconds. We might, if we can hold it together for this lap, make up a couple more. But it won't be enough without a roll from our leader. Looks like third and fourth have either crashed out or probably battled each other hard, leading to a roll between them. Because that's what battling wheel to wheel will tend to do. You push just that little bit too hard because, your opponent's right there and you're trying to keep ahead or get ahead. And, yeah, that tends to lead to the falling over moments. Oh, no, don't fall over now. I've done quite well on these final couple of laps at not doing anything too galactically stupid, while still... Well, Ninetales actually pulled back. Most of the time I have gained through a couple of checkpoints. Can we see a last twist in the tail before the end of this race? I mean, I'm ever hopeful. It's looking increasingly more unlikely here as we head around the final corner. That is a victory for Untitled. I will have to settle for... I love that it doesn't show the car falling over in the end screen. Slightly disappointing. I'll have to settle for a second place. Can't get fastest lap, although our 2 laps were relatively close. I was certainly the closest anyway. 28.5 to a 29.1, and then we're looking at 36s. Although they may be faster on their final lap, depending on how many times they fell over. Depends on if they make it. Well, we're going to have more cars finish this one, at least. 4. The giddy heights of 4 cars finished. You don't get many finishes with these. They're mad. They are, as I said, perhaps the most impressive and most vicious of the jelly cars that I have ever built. So, yeah, I highly recommend. If you have Fortune Island, there is a tune for this car on my ShareFrite. It's called Jelly Car. You will be able to find it, or you can build one of these up yourself. It is not a particularly difficult thing to build. You give it turbo rally engines, some race tyres, max camber, and soften and raise the suspension as much as you can, and that will fall over for you very easily as soon as the going gets soggy. Well, that's an unexciting wheel spin prize, but there we go. I've enjoyed driving the cars. Not the easiest to race wheel to wheel, funnily enough. However, they are an immense challenge nevertheless. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Oh, we have a lovely, pretty Aurora to finish off. That'll be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.